You would be forgiven if you had forgotten about that Lord of the Rings Gollum game that was announced early last year, because I totally did. It's gonna let us play as Gollum and will be much more story-driven and less violent than Shadow of Mordor and War.
Developer Daedalic Entertainment, known for its point-and-click adventure games, has confirmed that Lord of the Rings Gollum is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X alongside PC in 2021. A new interview with Edge magazine has more gameplay details.
So Gollum is based on the Tolkien books, not the Peter Jackson films, so don't expect the Andy Serkis version of the character. Art director Matthias Fischer says Tolkien didn't give a size reference for Gollum to begin with, so in the first illustrations, he's gigantic. He's like a monster emerging from the swamp. Daedalic hasn't yet revealed exactly what Gollum will look like in the game.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
They're trying to make Gollum a little more sympathetic this time since you're gonna be hanging out with him for about 20 hours or so. The game will also feature Nazgul, though again, not the ones you remember from the films.
We can expect lots of stealth gameplay, a dual personality mechanic for Gollum and Smeagol, huge levels, and a move away from the violence that dominates other recent Lord of the Rings games. So I guess Gollum isn't going to be hacking the heads and limbs off thousands of orcs, as cool as that sounds. As for that dual personality mechanic, game designer Martin Wilkes explained, it's not just choosing to be Smeagol or Gollum, because for Gollum as an entity, it's not that easy. Each personality is being attacked by the other, each has to defend himself. You'll have maybe 2, 3, or 4 conflicts per chapter that lead to a final decision point, and at this final decision point, it will be harder to pick Smeagol, for example, if you've always fought for the Gollum side before.
Finally, CEO Karsten Fichtelman said Daedalic has a long-running contract with the Tolkien estate, which means the studio is aiming to do 2 or 3 games set in Middle-earth. He said, quote, which means maybe the next game is obviously not Gollum 2. That doesn't make sense. It could be some other character, but it will be comparable to what we're now trying with Gollum.
Lord of the Rings Treebeard is what I'm hoping.
Oh, yes!
Oh, that doesn't make sense to me. But then, you are very small.
All sounds interesting, but before we get to play as Gollum, we have to get through all of 2020's games like Cyberpunk, Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and 1,000 more. 2021 is also the year that the Lord of the Rings prequel series on Amazon is expected to premiere, so we could be spending a lot of time in Middle-earth next year. Until then, stay tuned, IGN.